Is your horn tingling? Let's rub horns. Horns up, horns up, horns up, horns up, horns up. We are Unicorn Podcast.
Good morning, Dusters. Good morning to you. Welcome to Duster Club. Welcome to the basement. I'm so glad you're here. Now is the time for us to come together. Look, it's been a very difficult market and overall crypto. And I read an article yesterday that said that Solana meme coins have been particularly hit hard. We want to be the coin. I believe we are the coin that everyone can rally behind. Why? Because we're the purest coin out there. We're the most unique coin out there. And you know all the lore behind our story, right? A community-driven coin from day one like no other out there. We never did a rug pull. We never had a fancy celebrity behind us. We had you and me behind us. We didn't have $10 million or $20 million. We didn't have a venture capital firm backing us, right? What we had is a organic explosion of growth, a community that was spawned from the pool of FUD from which the UFD token was created and has become what it is today. So now is the time for us to continue to come together because we already are together, but to be the coin that everyone in the Solana ecosystem can believe in. Hey, look, a week from today, right? And 1 week, we are going to be 1 year old. It's an extraordinary accomplishment. We got a lot to look forward to. Horns up, Dusters. Let's keep up the great work. Now, let's talk about, 10 o'clock, we're having our community spaces where we're going to be focused in on UFD, all the things going on, the big birthday celebration, which will be 1 week from today, and which will include the release of our IP. We have our own IP that'll be released on the date of our birthday. So again, that's at 10 o'clock this morning. I'll look forward to you please joining us to come together, right? It's our weekly 10 a.m. Tuesday community spaces. Sorry, I'm catching a little bit of a cold, so my voice instrument's a little bit off today. However, let's talk about some big things going on this week in the general economy and big things happening in crypto that I think we want to pay attention to because it will have an impact on everything up to and including Unicorn Fart Dust. Today or tomorrow, we are going to hear from Jerome Powell in the United States Federal Reserve. Here's an article from CBS News. Okay, Federal Reserve to announce their next interest rate move on Wednesday. Here's what to expect. Basically, guys, they talk about something that's critical to understand right now. In yellow, we have the U.S. economy defined by fresh labor market headwinds, while at the same time, tariff-fueled inflation that has deepened the nation's affordability crunch. So we're in a very, very unique situation that we've not seen in the United States since the 1970s, and that's called stagflation. And in the 1970s, in the environment of stagflation, gold and silver absolutely skyrocketed. But guess what? Because it was a non-fiat store of value. We didn't have crypto in the 1970s. Now we have crypto. And I believe that as we move into these next 10 years and we continue in this stagflationary environment, that crypto will do very, very well. But expect tomorrow, it's like almost a sure thing that we're going to get an interest rate cut. The big thing that everybody's going to be watching, you can brag to your friends at the country club about this if you like, is what they project for 2026. Will there be 2 rate cuts or will there be 3 rate cuts in 2026? And one thing we've learned about the Fed is a lot of times what they say doesn't necessarily come true anyway. Okay, let's talk about big things going on in the world of crypto. Look, when crypto does good, when crypto adoption continues to advance, that will be good for our project, Unicorn Fart Dust. And we're getting messages from all around the world that crypto is moving in the right direction. I'm going to give you some examples right now. First, we have this from Crypto Russ. The CFTC just legitimized Bitcoin as Wall Street collateral. The CFTC has launched a pilot allowing Bitcoin alongside Ethereum and USDC to be used as collateral in the U.S. derivatives market. The derivatives market is massive, guys. I've heard estimates of in the quadrillions. So this is big news. But what it means, Bitcoin is treated like real financial collateral. Number one. Number two, it's used inside U.S. regulated markets. And number three, built for institutions, not offshore workarounds. Next, we have this from the United Arab Emirates from Bitcoin Magazine, who has almost 4 million followers on X. That's huge. The United Arab Emirates National Securities Mohammed Al-Shamsi says, quote, Bitcoin has become the key pillar in the future of financing. How many times have we said it, right? Unicorn Fart Dust is baby Bitcoin. No doubt about it. And then we can go to Argentina. We're getting news from all around the world that I think signals more development and more adoption of crypto. This story from Coin Bureau, let's see how many followers they have. Oh, just 1 million. Breaking, Argentina to lift crypto ban. Argentina's central bank may allow banks to offer crypto trading and custody under a new framework. If approved, banks will compete with exchanges under stricter KYC and AML rules. Okay. Next, we get this. Okay. Let's go to the national debt, right? We're going to kind of circle back to something that I think is very, very critical for everyone in the United States to understand. The chart that Wall Street doesn't want you to see. And the reason why we're looking at this, we're talking about the Fed tomorrow. Look, the Fed, how do I say this nicely? The Fed has been somewhat neutered over the last 2 or 3 years because essentially, guys, the US dollar is a runaway freight train, a debt spiral, however you want to look at it. And this is shocking news. America just crossed a threshold from which empires do not return. New interest on U.S. debt hit $1 trillion in fiscal year 2025. We are paying $1 trillion a year in interest alone in the United States. All that interest gets lopped in with our deficit, which is the amount of money that our government is spending in excess of what it's bringing in. And that then gets added onto the overall national debt, which makes the interest expense go up. It really literally turns into a debt spiral. This is the first time in history. But in red, the important thing, here's what nobody is telling you. Almost 70% of all Treasury issuance is now short-term T-bills, not 30-year bonds, not 10-year notes, bills that mature in weeks, bills that must be rolled over at whatever rate the market demands. 25.4 trillion in short-term bets on a 27.7 trillion total issuance. Why is this important? I'll tell you this right now. And it dawned on me this morning, right? Our government is financing itself with short-term debt. Doesn't that remind you a little bit? Remember, at least here in Missouri, where I live, we've got these places that are around and generally not the most affluent area called payday loan shops, where people go and get short-term loans, right, to pay their bills. And it's not a smart thing to do. And that's essentially what our government has resorted to. The reason why is nobody wants to buy the long-term bond. Who wants to loan the United States government money for 30 years when if they can work a calculator and do basic arithmetic, they can see that the unfortunately, I don't like it. I'm just telling you about the reality that the financial situation of the United States is very precarious. So now our government has resorted to short term lending, not unlike what you get from payday loan shops. It's really a very, very scary, scary situation. Let's go look at what happened with Bitcoin yesterday. And I want to give you guys a warning. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't give financial advice, but I want to give you a big warning about this and proof as to why you need to be very careful when you're making bets in the crypto market or any market for that reason. But before we do that, I do want to say thank you to channel sponsor Ledger. They're the crypto security leader, securing over 20% of the world's crypto. They secure my crypto. You know my story. I got hacked. Please, guys, think about crypto security before something happens. Okay. Ledger has the best hardware signer devices out there. They're an industry leader. And now they have the Ledger wallet app that allows you to do everything, right? Buy, sell, stake, swap, do everything you need to do to manage your crypto assets and do it all in the safe Ledger environment. I've got a link tree. There's a link in the description of this video if you want to go check out the Ledger offerings. And of course, we want to say thank you to MoonPay, right? I'm here because of MoonPay, my very first crypto transaction and many subsequent to that with MoonPay in a safe, efficient environment. They are the on-ramp into crypto for millions of people all over the world. They were my entry door into crypto, and MoonPay is basically regarded as being the fintech leader, right? They're adding big, big value to the overall crypto ecosystem, and it's a big honor to have them as a sponsor as well. Thank you, MoonPay, and thank you, Ledger. And upstairs, Susie just chimed in. Don't forget about YouTube. Guys, we want to get more people watching us on other platforms. We're huge on X, right? Everybody on X knows about Unicorn Fart Dust. There are millions of buttercups, people that don't own Unicorn Fart Dust out there in the YouTube environment. So please go to our YouTube channel. It's called Unicorn Fart Dust, and subscribe, spread the word, share the videos. Thank you. Thank you. Now, a word of caution. I saw this yesterday. We've talked about this before, but it needs to be repeated. Look at what happened yesterday. Earlier today, Bitcoin jumped $2,500 from 90,000 to 92,000 and liquidated 70 million worth of long positions. Okay. And then it dumped from 2,200, now from 9,200 to 90,000 again, and liquidated 61 million worth of shorts. What he's pointing out here, it all happened in 12 hours. And he says an example of clear market manipulation. Crypto can move around anything, anything traded can move around in a violent manner. Crypto in particular can be very volatile. Please, right? If you're going to use leverage, you're going to use futures, whatever, please be careful and never, never make a leveraged bet with money that you can't afford to lose. Okay, look, some people do really great with it. That's awesome. Okay, but what I can tell you, whether you're talking about stock options, crypto options, crypto futures, stock futures, commodity futures, anything, is you can get wiped out very, very quickly. So please, please, I don't give financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I can tell you this for sure. You need to be very careful anytime you're using leverage or futures trading anything out there. Okay. Let's look at this next. This was great. From Instagram, we are growing on many different social channels. Our friend Connector is doing a great job with it. I watched this video. We're going to watch about a minute of this video because it's a unicorn fart test production. And I'm going to share the right screen for you. Sorry about that, guys. Look at all these dusters. This is what we are. This is our community. Hi, Betty. Hi, Charlie. Georgie. I don't know who that is. Oh, I know who that is. Elizabeth. Taza. Sarah. The Pink Hulk. You even have a German Shepherd. In dust we trust. I wanna know I would love to get a copy of the song. This is beautiful. And it goes on, guys. Look at all these dusters. I think it was Vincent who started this in Dust We Trust. Uh-oh, you could not hold on a second. Oh, shoot. Huh. Yep, I got the warning. Sorry, guys. It's always something when you're dealing with live streaming, but let's go to this picture. There's no music with this. This came from our friend Gabe. Again, this is the McLaren race car driven by Andre, who so generously put a number of UFD stickers on the car. Uh-oh, now we're all screwed up. Hold on here. Uh-oh, hold on. Okay, looks like StreamYard's having some problems this morning, so I'm going to pull this back up. And here we go. All right, now you can see it. Let's get that on full screen for you. There's our McLaren race car with the UFD stickers proudly displayed. They had a big race this past weekend. He did great, finished first in one of the races, third in another. And as I understand it, also got the fastest lap. He's also sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts. And we've got this. Hold on here. Make sure we get the right screen up from Matt B. Buckasoids. Made this one, I think, with the help of Sora. Look at those Dunkin' Donuts sneakers. And we get it on full screen. Hold on here. Pause. All right. This is hilarious.
Unicorn fart dust runs on Dunkin' Donuts and jelly beans. Where good attracts good.
Where good attracts good. One more time.
Unicorn fart dust runs on Dunkin' Donuts and jelly beans. Where good attracts good.
Okay, sorry about the audio connection issues earlier, guys. And we are good attracts good. On that note, I do want to mention to you that if you're looking to do something nice this holiday season, there's a charity that I've become very familiar with called Hope Walks. Let me pull up their website for you. I'd encourage you to go check them out. You know, we're diamond hooved dusters, and what they are doing is helping children all over the world, mostly in poor third world countries, who are born with the condition called clubfoot. And they are treating thousands and thousands of kids all around the world, making a huge, huge difference. It only costs like $500 per patient to completely treat. Uh-oh, hold on. Now there's the website, Hope Walks, to completely treat the condition of clubfoot. They've got like a $50,000 matching donation right now. And really just a great, great cause. I'd encourage you to check it out. You can go to their website, hopewalks.org. Check it out for yourself. See what you think. And again, I'm not telling anybody what to do. Just a charity that I feel very good about, and I wanted to share it with you, right? Because who doesn't like to do good things? Don't forget, we've got our community spaces at 10 a.m. this morning. There's a link to that. You can go to my profile at Basement Ron if you want to come join us and have some great camaraderie with your fellow dusters. Thanks for joining me down here this morning, guys. Let's go UFD. Right now is the time for us to come together even more. A great opportunity. Unfortunately, when some people give up, we don't give up. Trying to say it nicely. There's a lot of other great communities, a lot of other great projects, no doubt about it. But some people are maybe losing faith in some of the other projects, and we are here. We knew this would happen, right? We've talked about this together for months, right? When the dust settles in the meme coin sector, there's going to be, Crypto Vic called it the Hall of Fame of the meme coin sector. We are positioning ourselves to be in that Hall of Fame, right? To be there waiting with our horn shining so that when people are looking for a new place to come with good people, good vibes, a community, right, that shares values, a community that has bonds, a community with a real emotional connection. That's what we are. We are Unicorn Fart Dust. They can never, ever, nobody can ever do it again. I can't do it again. I can't make another Unicorn Fart Dust. 51 weeks ago, exactly today, right, this magic happened, which became the community, became the project that is Unicorn Fart Dust. We've staked our claim on the crypto and the world, on the blockchain and the world of crypto. And we've shown for 51 straight weeks, right, that we are good, that we stand for good attracts good, right? We are part of the culture of the internet, and you can't take that away, right? Utility and all this other stuff can come and go, empty promises. We haven't made any empty promises, right? All we've done is prove that a community can and will create utility. And we put it out there and put it out there. And I believe that we will continue to put it out there. I appreciate you. Okay. Be good to yourself. That will give you a platform from which you can be good to other people. Have a great day. And I'll see you, yes, you next time.